Uh, you can't just do that to me.
You guys said you were ready.
Okay, we said we were ready before the fiasco of getting Craig back.
But I didn't realize it was gonna work. I was testing our boy, and it activated, and I figured, you get the 2-second warning of the now recording robot voice. I figured that was plenty of time to get ready and do the intro.
I think you're full of it. Anyways, welcome to the Nerds Cantos. For the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, not for the viewers. Well, kind of. I don't know.
You think they're binging all of this in one sitting?
No, I just mean okay, so I guess we should explain. I don't know why we haven't done one in a long time, but the uploads have been weird because YouTube. I started to try to edit more fun stuff into them, and YouTube didn't like that. So it took me a while to fight YouTube. And episode 8 just came out 3 days ago, even though we recorded that in February, I think.
It was a long time ago.
So, and then 7 had the same problem, where 7 was the best things of 2021. That came out a month and a half ago.
Damn.
But I'm just not gonna edit these anymore. I'm just gonna put the images we chose as our profiles, and that's that. I'm not doing anything else ever again. Nobody deserves it. So this will probably be out tomorrow as of the recording.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, do we want to run down what we've been doing in the meantime? Anything fun happen?
No, actually.
Okay. Stewie?
Nothing.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing either, honestly. I was hoping one of you guys would
You think we do things?
We don't.
I know we don't, but I mean, on the bright side, this is episode 9, which means that the next episode is our Spider-Man run through. We've made it.
Oh God!
I forgot about that.
As promised, episode 10 and 11 are gonna be the Spider-Man stuff. So episode 12 will be about Halo.
Yeah, something to put off. Finally. We'll get to Halo. We will get to Halo. We will rip that show apart when the time comes.
Yeah, and then we'll also get to Moon Knight, because Stewie has not watched Moon Knight.
I just like facing myself, right?
But my spoiler-free review is, it's about a 7 out of 10.
It's about fair.
What about you?
I've seen so far.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It was good, but it's got its ups and downs.
Yeah, I don't really like the final episode, to be honest, but we can't talk about that. Stewie hasn't seen it. I will say it made me face something in myself. It made me realize that I like to give things very high ratings the first time I watch it, and then if I actually think about it, that rating is wrong. And Moon Knight made me come to that conclusion, so that was fun, I guess. Thanks for that, Moon Knight.
Do
we want to talk about the blue people now?
I guess we have to.
Alright, people who don't know, the blue people is the Avatar movie, but not the fun one with the bending of air and stuff.
That implies that movie was good at all.
Well, I just meant the fun one as in the fun franchise.
Yeah.
Before we talk about Blue People number 2, what are your guys' thoughts on Blue People 1?
It has been so long. I saw that in theaters, man. I don't remember.
As did I.
I don't even remember any of the faces.
I remember the video game more than the movie.
No. That's
the third-person shooter.
Ubisoft is making a new one, You guys remember that announcement?
What?
Yeah, I think that movie is highly overrated. I do not think it's that great. It looks pretty.
I mean, yeah.
It's a very pretty looking movie, that's undeniable. But it's got such a basic plot, and the world is not that interesting, I think. They can have hair sex. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
And then they can connect their hair sex tentacles into the animals, and then their brains are connected. Like, I don't know. It's not that interesting. But what do you guys think of the trailer for Blue People 2?
A lot of
Way of
blue
Water.
people ass.
I'm attempting to remember it. The only thing I vividly remember is the last like 4 seconds, where it's one of them holding like, it's like they're wearing like an assault rifle, I think, and they're on like a little fucking like pterodactyl looking motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's very pretty looking.
It does look really pretty.
Very gorgeous.
I liked the scene where we first saw the humans. I like that.
There's like actual humans that are like tribal now. And like live with them. Or among them.
The synopsis says that the blue main characters adopt a human child. So I guess that's why there's that human there.
That grown ass man.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was a little snot nose that kid though, as well.
Yeah, the trailer had like a line of dialogue, and it was maybe the most cliche thing I've ever heard.
I don't remember it.
It was like, he's like, we may be in trouble, but as long as we have our family, we're unstoppable. That's paraphrasing. I don't know exactly what it said, but it was something like that. And it's like, okay, but the water looked real. I don't know. It was very gorgeous looking. Whenever they were like, anything to do with the water looked cool, I guess. And I guess the movie's about water, because that's what it's called, The Way of Water. I don't know. Blue people are stupid. You guys got any last thoughts on that?
We gonna go see that? Oh, the release date, December.
Yeah.
I hope the blue people lose, so there's actual conflict.
I mean, there's gonna be 5 of them, so I assume that something's gonna happen.
We're gonna die before they all come out.
I think James Cameron is gonna die before they all come out. He's gonna have to hire like a second party to finish him because
how old is he?
I'll fact check us here. Let me. Probably somebody stall while I look up James Cameron.
I'm currently looking up images of the Avatar game. And
the old PS2 one.
PS3. I'll have you know.
Right.
He's
2009.
He's 67.
Oh god.
So he could right well die. Well, they're all supposed to come out like one after each other. So like 3 is supposed to come out late next year, and vice versa with all of them. I don't believe that though. And do you guys think this movie will be the highest grossing movie of all time?
No.
You don't think it'll beat Avatar 1's record?
Not at all.
I doubt anyone cares. I doubt any Gen Z person nowadays cares enough about the blue people.
You know what sci-fi, like fully not real movie I am looking forward to?
What?
Lightyear.
Lightyear looks great.
It looks so good for no reason whatsoever.
I think it's the lighting. And
it looks really good.
And like just the sci-fi bit, just like the freaking Spartan armor, like what?
It's really cool looking. It's got a weird concept though. I don't know if you guys know, but it's
That's a time travel movie, right?
No. Well, it is a time travel movie, but it's the movie that Andy watched as a kid that got him into Lightyear.
Oh.
Or like in the toy.
That was kind of weird.
Which is like, I feel like that's a lot of steps. I feel like that's a bit unnecessary, I suppose. But
I feel like it'd just be easier if it was like a toy.
Well, you could just be like, this is the whack bullshit they run that makes people buy Lightyear toys, which I guess is what they do. I don't know. It's like, whatever.
Some display case thing.
I will say, it looks that good. I want one about Woody. I want a cowboy movie, please, from Pixar. I think that'd be cool.
He's a sheriff.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a sheriff, but...
Hear me out. Our DreamWorks just makes like Rango too.
Well, awesome. Rango too, I mean... That'd be superior in every way, but...
With a certain actor still playing.
Don't, bro. We said we weren't gonna talk about that. Oh my god,
shit.
Stewie brought up Rango, and in my head I went, God damn it, no. I was like, somebody's gonna say it, and I don't want to be the one.
My bad.
Oh, you buffoon. Yeah, we got anything else? I mean, real quick, Stewie, are you looking forward to any movies this year? What are you looking forward to, movie wise?
I don't know what's coming out. I genuinely don't remember. I like whenever the previews are on in the theater, I just like turn off. Honestly,
I will say I go to a lot of movies for the viewers. I don't know if we've probably talked about that, but I see way too many movies. I genuinely want to kill myself every time I see that fucking Elvis trailer.
Oh yeah.
I cannot. I don't really care for Elvis's music, but the trailer is so uninteresting to me, and then I've seen it at least 20 times because of the movies. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take. I think it looks good.
You think it looks good? I don't know. Maybe it's because I just don't like Elvis. I just don't care.
Wow,
So
I don't think it looks bad, but I don't really. I don't know. Those movies are always weird. Like it's like the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. I don't like movies that are like they're filmed like movies, but they're supposed to be like
they're basically documentaries.
Yeah, they're a documentary told, but like for entertainment value.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's strange.
I agree. They've always been weird. That being said, Weird Al movie. I'm excited for that. I don't know if you guys know about that, but they're making a Weird Al movie.
I didn't get any trailers for that. So
yeah, I think it's like a streaming service movie, but like it's Harry Potter's playing Weird Al.
Yeah,
which is like that's cool. I don't know. Actual movies I'm excited for though, or non-streaming service movies I'm excited for. I'm really excited for Thor.
Oh yeah.
Thor looks really good.
Thor looks great.
And I can't remember any actual non-superhero movies coming out.
Yeah, I'm like racking my brain right now trying to think of it.
I mean, The Northman came out already.
That's what I was originally gonna see.
Oh,
yeah,
instead
of
all
Doctor
go Strange.
See that.
But it was only like after 7 showings, and I was like, no, fuck that.
Right. Really, The Northman was really good, and Everything Everywhere All at Once was a masterpiece. I don't know. You guys should go see that. I don't think it's in theaters anymore, but it's a better multiverse movie than Doctor Strange 2.
It looked interesting. I wanted to see it.
Not saying Doctor Strange 2 is bad. I'm just saying I'm saying it as it is.
We'll get into that. But another movie that I saw a trailer for. Did y'all see the trailer for Bullet Train?
I did. That looks really good.
That looks really good.
It's an action movie on a bullet train.
In Japan.
Yeah, in Japan. It's very
sounds pretty
looking. It looks fun. It's got a lot of big name actors like Brad Pitt's the main character and others.
Crazy Yakuza old men.
Yeah, it looks really good. I can't think of any other movies.
Nope.
No. Yeah, right. I mean, Thor's it. I think Thor's the only Marvel movie left. Oh, I guess Black Adam's coming out. We don't have a trailer for that yet, though. But that is a movie. Black Adam and Shazam are coming out this year.
Yeah.
You guys excited for those at all?
Not particularly. I mean, I'm impartial.
Kinda am. I enjoyed Shazam when it came out, but I just don't want to like take it too seriously and then like ruin the only thing I liked about Shazam.
Yeah. I agree with that. I'm excited for Black Adam though because it has Hawkman in it. I'm a very big Hawkman fan.
It's a very fine line to walk without being like overbearingly serious or overbearingly like goofy.
Right. Trying to think of things before we get to the big topic of the video. I got Obi-Wan also is coming out.
Yeah.
We'll probably do a thing on Obi-Wan.
Well, absolutely. Did we do one on Boba Fett?
No, we talked about Boba Fett like halfway through, I think, but we never finished.
Right, I think we never finished. Not that it matters. Do we want to get to the big name?
Sure.
Might as well, yeah.
All right, we all saw Doctor Strange 2. Spoiler free. What we think?
Spoiler free.
No spoilers yet.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. It was funny. I enjoyed the action. They make my eyes roll into the back of my head.
Yeah, I really like this one. I thought this was a really good time.
It was.
It's very divisive online though.
Especially
People,
yeah.
what, Nolan?
I was gonna say the end section. I really enjoyed.
Oh yeah, which that's spoiler free. So, does anybody remember? I mean, Nolan, you saw it the most recent.
Saw it
Can you
yesterday.
recap it down? Can we go
The
through the whole
whole
movie? Do you
movie.
remember? Yeah, I mean that's what we do,
Oh,
right?
you're
Yeah.
asking a lot from
Well,
me.
you can run it
All
by piece
right.
by piece. You can jump
So
in, you know.
spoilery, like
Yeah,
full beans.
spoils.
All right. So the movie starts out. You're like in this weird, funky dimension. You've got Doctor Strange with a ponytail and ice magic, and then chick with the star thing, and they're running from this weird bandage monster that's on fire. They're trying to get to a book, and pretty much we learned that that girl has this wacky star power, and Doctor Strange was like, yeah, you can't control it, this is the only way I'm gonna take your power, but you're my friend, blah. And then he fucking dies, and then she uses her power and jumps into a different dimension, which is, not dimension,
Ours.
universe.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
she
go.
comes to the main one.
She comes to the main, and then what'd y'all think of that section?
I liked it. It was fun.
Pretty crazy.
I like America. I think she's fun.
The banjo monster could have looked a little
There's
better.
some bad CG in this movie.
Oh yeah,
But there's also some really good CG, and it's like,
Yeah, it's weird.
it's hard to, it's hard to. I have the same problem with No Way Home, where I'm like one shot will look really good, and then the next shot they look like a PS2 model, and it's like, oh, come on, man.
Luckily, the bad CG for this one, most of the time, it was very subtle. It didn't
Very subtle, very
matter.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Um,
was fast, and you're like, okay, I could see where they sacrificed it.
yeah, because there's like massive monsters and shit in this movie, so you kind of
Hmm.
gotta, sometimes you gotta sacrifice it.
Yeah. So the next section, we jump to our boy Strange getting ready in his humble abode, and he like he's about to tie his tie, and then he says "fuck it" and uses his magic to tie his tie. I
I
thought that
like
was pretty
that.
funny.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'd use that.
No one good. Oh,
Sorry, I'm good. Someone walked in.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I'm back at
That's it. We're
home
ending it now. We're done. We're done. We're done. It's over.
Whole
I'm
podcast is
quitting.
over.
I'm
Whole
replacing you
podcast is
all. It'll
over.
just be me 3 times over. I'll talk to myself the whole time.
now.
All right, continue, Nolan.
All right. So he goes. Next thing you know, he's in a church. All right, and then his old like work buddy partner guy comes up, and he's like, he's like, hey man, he's like really strange.
That was
Happens.
that was a fun bit. The dude comes up to him and he's like, the dude got snapped or whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it in universe, but
Dusted or some shit like
blipped. I think is it blipped? Is that what
it's
they call it?
blipped. I
Yeah,
think it's
okay.
blipped.
I remember that from Far From Home. They always made fun of that. But yeah, he's like, so was that like the only way you could have done it? Because Doctor Strange in the movie is like, there's only one way, and I really like that because Strange was just like, I mean, yeah, and the dude was like, well, I lost my cats and a brother. Are you sure there wasn't another way? Like he was real rude about it, and I thought it was funny.
Yeah. And he went, I'm sorry. And then he hits him with a like he bashes him because then we learn whose wedding it is, and he's like married to another man.
But yeah, he's like, the
And
hero couldn't
then
get the girl or whatever.
yeah, and then Christine walks in with her hubby, soon to be.
Yeah, soon to be, who's a fan of Doctor Strange apparently, according to Christine.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
Says like 2 words and they're muffled in the background.
he gets nothing, but that's where we get the crux of the movie.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
then
Yeah.
an underlying theme is, are you happy?
Yeah, and don't forget the reason they're not together because he can't. He always has to be the one holding the knife, as Christine puts it, which is kind of like Strange's arc in this movie. I think
Being like the one.
letting other people save the day.
Yeah.
All right. So then that gets cut off by a rumbling. And then there's a big beholder looking thing chasing America and ravaging New York City. So Doctor Strange does this badass flip off the balcony with the cape, and it's cool. It's pretty
It's
cool.
not a cape; it's a cloak,
It's
Nolan.
a cloak. Yeah. Okay. And he starts fighting this thing, the big beholder monster. What y'all think of the beholder looking?
I liked it. That was some really good CG.
It looked a lot better than the fucking mummy monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
this
also
is
like the
where
fight. There was like fun magic and shit.
the fight was really cool. Wong comes in
Oh.
and hits us with some terrible CG of getting
Him
thrown
getting
into
hit.
a car.
Yes, I'm so glad you noticed that because I saw
It
that
looked
in
like,
theaters.
ugh.
Oh my god! Because you, what were you saying, Nolan?
Oh, you go.
I was just gonna say because like you're watching this fight and all the characters are like flip it, but like Strange is like disassembling this bus and it looks awesome, it looks really cool. And then Wong gets slapped and he hits this truck and it's maybe the worst thing you've ever seen. And it's just like, oh come on, man.
It's like, damn. Yeah, that scene where he like takes apart the bus like a Lego set and then uses the different pieces as like,
To like stab him.
yeah, that was
It's
cool.
cool. I
It's
wanted
really
to say, like talking about this movie, we'll get into it more, I think, when we get to like my favorite part of the movie, but in the other MCU movies, Strange doesn't do anything. Like he doesn't do it. The most interesting thing he does, I think, in his own first movie was the Dormammu I've come to bargain, but he doesn't really do any interesting magic, And then Infinity War, I think he has a fun fight with Thanos, but Endgame he doesn't do anything. Spider-Man doesn't really do anything, and I really like that in this movie. Like he's throwing out like snakes, and he's got like that big cat head that was breathing fire or whatever, Like
Mhm.
there's cool magic in this movie, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He uses more spells than the little circles that he usually
Yeah,
uses.
then the stupid, I'll wave my hand and make a circle. Yeah, I've always thought that was dumb.
Yeah. It's cool. A lot more sorcery we get to see.
Yeah.
And it's not all just orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's varying colors, finally.
Yeah. Oh boy. Next thing. So pretty much he chased this monster up a building and then ended up popping its eyeball out with a light
Did it
bulb.
make a noise in your
It
theater?
did.
Like,
It went,
okay, I wanted to make sure.
yeah, it did pop.
Wait, that was weird. That's a Sam Raimi. You know that's a Sam Raimi thing. He said, no, when the eye comes out, it has to make a noise.
It was really funny. And then he's like, who are you? To America. And she's like, I'm America. And then it cuts to them in a pizza place. And
Yeah,
it's
she
really
really
serious.
likes pizza.
She loves pizza.
She
That's
loves.
a thing
I
you
don't
learn.
blame her. I mean,
Yeah. So the pizza place, and they're talking, and they're getting really serious. It's like, all right, who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing? Blah 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 blah. And a fan comes up, and it's like, do you mind? And he went, yes, I mind.
I feel bad for the Avengers, man. I'm sure they can't go anywhere ever without that
Yeah.
happening. Except Spider-Man, because everybody hates him. But
Yeah, everyone fucking hates Spider-Man.
thank God, as they should, if you ask
Fuck
Spider-Man fans, because we hate him just as
Yeah.
much.
Menace.
Sorry for derailing that.
So she ends up explaining how she has this universal jumping power that she can't control, and she's like, prove it. And then we see dead Doctor Strange on a roof. Aha. Pretty
really
cool,
Yeah, I like the Doctor Strange. Why his corpse was so rotted already. Hell, I mean, was he been there like 2 days?
I don't know.
I guess it was because the rag monster, but
Yeah, because it was like corrupting him.
eating him or yeah.
Festering. And he was like, interesting. I guess I had a ponytail? And I was like, that's
That
funny.
ponytail was awful. I hated looking at that.
There are some wacky stranges in this.
There are.
We'll get that later.
Oh, we'll definitely get there.
Mm-hmm. So they're like, all right, you need to go to Sorcerer Castle. What is it called?
Carmertosh, I think.
Carmitage or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So they go there to Safekeeper, and it's like, all right, I know just the person to talk to. Who is the
Scarlet
Scarlet
Witch.
Witch?
Did you guys catch that it played the little WandaVision jingle when it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That was clever. So he goes there and is like, look, this is what's happening, blah 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 blah. And you he, fuck, what did they say?
Well, they were talking, and he was like, "We've got this girl. She's got the ability to hop universes. You know, she's being chased by monsters with runes, which, as they explain in this WandaVision, is like a thing witches do. So that's a thing Wanda excels in." And then Wanda was like, "Yeah, if you just bring America to me, then you know I can safekeep her." And then Strange kind of stops moving, and she turns around. He's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me her name yet, did you?" That's like the big reveal because Wanda's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that coming? Did you like
Yeah.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it coming as well.
Yeah.
Did you like Wanda as the villain?
Eh,
Uh, uh,
Really, I
she
really liked
she
her.
did cool stuff, but I don't like the way Elizabeth Olsen acts it up. I already told
Oh,
Nolan
really?
this. Yeah, I already told Nolan this before. I don't like when she like puts on the voice. It feels weird.
The Russian voice or the like Scarlet Witch voice that she does?
The Scarlet Witch voice that she does. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
No,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I wanted to make because she does a Russian accent sometimes, but which I also don't think is very good. I don't know. I liked her in this movie as a villain. I thought. I mean, that was bound to
Oh
happen
yeah,
because
she was an intimidating villain. She was good.
she was a really good villain, and I also like. I don't know if you guys like this. I like that in that scene where Strange is like, "Well, why are you doing this, Wanda? Like, come on, man." And she's like, "I want my kids." I love that Strange does the same thing he does in the comics, where he's like, "Wanda, they're not real, you crazy asshole." He's like, "You made them." And Wanda has that line. Everybody on Twitter loves that, where she's like, "Well, isn't that what all mothers do?" And it's like, all right, man. Nah, I mean, it kind of, but not like that, man.
Because actual mothers actually gave birth.
Yeah, they don't just wish them to exist and then they happen to be there. That's not how that works. Although I guess that would make the process a lot easier.
I suppose.
I suppose it would.
Mm-hmm. And then next thing that happens, she does a whole ass like give me to her or I'll take her thing. And then he's like, well, nuts. And he goes back to Kamatage. He's like, all right, get the fort ready. She's coming, boys. And
All those wizards, man. I feel bad.
yeah, they got fucked up. Yeah. I like the sorcerer that came in and he was like British and he has like a little rapier on his hip.
Oh
And
yeah,
his outfit was like it had the same like color scheme as all the other sorcerers, but like was a suit.
I like
You know,
that.
I thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
Speaking
I
of
hope
suits, oh sorry, Nolan. What?
no, you're okay.
I was gonna say, speaking of suits, what do you guys think of Strange's new one and Wanda's? Because they both have new suits from.
Did they? I didn't even notice that Strange had a new
Yeah,
one.
Strange has a new one. I
I
really
like
like
it.
it.
I
It's a lot
think it looks
bluer.
groovy.
Yeah, and Wanda's looks very evil.
Yeah, I like Wanda's because it actually looks like the comic one a lot more.
I also
does.
really liked her black fingers.
I thought that was a really interesting detail.
Yeah, because she's being like corrupted by the book or whatever.
The dark hold.
Speaking of this scene, so what do you guys think of the attack, just in general? Because that's what happens.
I thought it
Uh,
was interesting how so pretty much they put up this shield and they're holding her off and she ends up breaking the shield by like fucking with their heads.
That was.
That was cool.
I don't know. Okay, one thing. Wanda has like the coldest villain lines in this movie. Like
she
when
is
her
evil.
when her
Like
and
she is
Strange
evil.
when because Wong is like, Strange, go talk to her. You know her. Have her back down. And Strange is like, all right, let's go talk to her. And he's talking to her, and Wanda's not backing down. Yeah,
like
but
that.
he's
I
like,
was
okay,
just
I don't.
fortify your minds.
Fortify your minds. He's like pointing at his head. I was laughing. That made me laugh a lot. They don't. Needless
Yeah.
to say, they've got to fail, and she murders them all. Kind of brutally too. She like burns them to ash or whatever, like
Yeah, like Pompeii's them, bro.
yeah, and then steps on one of them. It's like, damn, Wanda, all right.
It's pretty brutal.
It was very brutal.
Yeah, she fucking does a lot of brutal shit in this movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we will get to that.
Definitely one of the more brutal Marvel movies. Marvel anythings, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did not expect it.
They let him
I
go
like
with a
it.
lot of stuff.
Very
Right.
good.
So next thing they did, Doctor Strange pulled the "you're gonna have to go through me" sort of thing. Or no, he didn't. He put her in like a shadow realm.
They put her in like the glass world or
It was
whatever.
pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
I loved that. I think that looked cool, and she's like attacking them through the reflections, and her
Oh, and
hand,
what happens?
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, where she comes out of the gong and is like contorted and twisted improperly and has to like snap herself back in. I always like that when that happens in horror movies.
Yeah. Yep. And then they had this little final stand sort of thing where they were fighting. Wong got like clobbered.
Immediately folds.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Nah, he does
Eh,
cool shit later though. He gets redeemed.
He does. He just
Yeah.
He does. But he got wrecked.
got his ass beat.
Yeah. And then America had a fight or flight moment, punched a star into the fabric of reality, and then Strange
Jumps in after her,
they jump in
and they
and go
travel the
through.
multiverse.
Yeah, they
Oh, yeah.
traveled through the multiverse, and it's crazy. That shit was like wacky.
Yeah, I really like that. Like the paint world and there's like a comic book world and a black and white world and dinosaurs. It's cool looking.
There's the one where they're like fucking. It was like they're on like almost like that. You know how in the Ant-Man movies where he shrinks down? There's one that looked like that.
Yeah.
But it was like entirely made out of like crystal.
It was all really cool looking, I thought. What'd you guys think of the world they actually end up in, though?
I thought it was interesting. I was trying to figure out like what its thing was, but when it
Right.
clicked with me, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I guess it was like Utopia or whatever. That's what I assumed it was going for. Is that what you thought, Nolan?
I think it's a world where pretty much every normal thing is opposite.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I thought.
okay, I
I
can
thought it
see
was just
that.
like
That
a
makes a lot
reversed
more
world.
Yeah, because it's like
sense.
you like they're at a crosswalk and the light's green, and Strange starts to walk, and a car almost hits him, and it's like, "Oh, you go on red," because it changed to red, and everybody started going. I was like, "That's weird." And then the more you go into you learn about the world, it's like, "Oh shit, there's good guys that are bad guys and bad guys that are good guys." And it's like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" And how New York City is instead covered with,
Plants.
with like shit. It's really clean,
That's why
and
I
it
assumed it was
has
Utopia.
plants and all sorts of stuff.
Yours makes a lot more sense. It's where we get the first cameo of the movie as well.
Yeah, with
Pizza
with-
Ball.
Bruce Campbell with his pizza balls or whatever.
Pizza Papa. That's him.
Yeah, I
Pizza
love that.
Papa gets mad because America thought the food was free, because apparently it's usually free. He's like, "You don't pay for that. You don't mess around with Pizza Papa." And he's like, "Oh, are you a clown?" And then Doctor Strange puts a spell on him where he just constantly is beating the shit out of himself.
Yeah, which I think
Punches.
is a reference to Evil Dead, or Evil Dead 2 specifically, where he just beats the shit out of himself for an entire movie.
yeah.
Because that's what he does. That or
Yeah.
Sam Raimi just likes making his friend beat himself up. But either way,
I wouldn't put it past Sam.
I wouldn't either.
And it said it'll be gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because they have that joke where she's like, "That's not forever, is it?" And Stranger's like, "Oh, no, it doesn't last that long." And she's like, "Oh, so probably like 3 hours," and he was like, "No, a couple weeks." It's like, Jesus. I feel bad for
That's
Pizza
funny.
Papa, honestly.
Pizza Papa, never forget.
I won't.
Never forget him for real.
So
The
they're
greatest Marvel character.
so the next thing they're doing is like, all right, I guess the next thing we need to go find is the other me. And
I
then
like
they're
that
like,
little
all
bit
right,
they did, where every
yeah.
time there was a different Strange, they added another other.
Mm.
And then they go to the Sanctum Sanctorum, and they're like, oh, and there's a big statue, and you learn that Doctor Strange is dead,
Fighting
supposedly
Thanos.
fighting Thanos. She's like,
Yeah, alright,
that
interesting.
sucks.
This is where the real greatest cameo happens. Morbius shows up here. I don't know if you guys. It's crazy that they got him this quickly, honestly. But like, power to Marvel for getting Jared Leto Morbius in this movie.
Yeah. So the bad guy from the first movie, that's what he was, right?
Yeah, Mordo, or he was the
Yeah.
good guy, but at the end he's like, "I'll curse you to death, Strange," and then like leaves.
They like malls over the fact that Strange was doing his
Broke the time
job better.
stream.
Well, yeah. So, and then he's like, hi. And then he walks up, and then he's like hugging Strange, and then
They calls each other like brother or
he's like,
whatever.
my brother, come in, tell me about your universe, stuff like that. And then they dropped a cool line is that was go on red. I was like, that's what
Yeah, it
really
was a
got me with it. I was like, oh, okay.
fun little callback.
Yeah. Carrying on. They go in and they're talking, and he's like, she's got the Darkhold, she's gonna come, and he's like, oh no, you don't know the vast power it has. She can dream walk. We learn what dream walking is.
That was really cool.
It was pretty neat, and this is how she is able to be in the other universe. Is she can pretty much take control of herself in other universes.
Because they established earlier that dreams are just you seeing a multiverse version of yourself doing something.
Yeah.
So then, like Nolan just said, dream walking is you taking control of your other self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was possessed of it.
Actually, no, that wasn't. Oh, also, before we got here, it was mentioned that America doesn't dream, so she's the only one of herself across all universes.
Yeah.
So
Did you guys like Wanda, like horror movie possessing her other self?
that was, I was like, dang, bro, that's brutal.
Yeah, it was fucked
I
up.
really liked that.
That was indeed a little messed up.
It's very messed up.
Mm-hmm. So quickly, they get poisoned or put to sleep by some poison tea, and he's like, "You bastard!" And they black out, and they wake up in little containment glass rooms. And he's like, where are we? Oh no, these handcuffs have sands of whatever that make our powers not work.
Yeah, well, so you can't magic anymore.
Mhm. And he goes, this never goes well for you nameless scientist types. And then one of them turns around, and it's Christine with dyed red hair.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit. Now
Yeah, that whole part kind of frustrated me because they don't listen to him at all.
No, I know. Well, we'll get to that real quick, but I wanted to say, I don't know if you were going to get to this, Nolan, but like Wanda gets kicked out of the dream walking because some sorcerer like stabbed the Darkhold and it broke or whatever.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
then because she has Wong captive, so she's like, "All right, Wong, what's up with this shit?" And Wong ends up saying like, "Oh well, the Darkhold's a copy. The real one's at Wondergore Mountain." So then they go there, and then she starts dreamwalking again, and then we go back to the fun stuff. I don't know about you guys. I enjoyed that part with Wong and Wanda, but I was not interested. I was so much more interested in the Illuminati stuff than like the Wanda part, where I was just like, "No, go back, please."
yeah. Because he's like, who are you guys? Shield? Hydra? And he's like, no, we're the Illuminati. And I was like, oh, Jesus.
And if you've seen the trailer, which I think we all saw, you know who's on or you know one of the members, you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
at least to me, I was like, no, I want to see that.
Thankfully, they do move past it, but it is.
They do get it. It's not bad because it's just you're more interested in one plot, and then it's a team of Morbiuses. So I don't know if you guys saw the trailer, but I just can't believe they got 5 Jared Letos in one movie, man. It's crazy.
They clone them. They're filming a box and
for real though, Nolan, who's on the Illuminati in this movie?
So you get into a room escorted by a bunch of Ultrons, which was
cool.
I was like, oh shit, okay. On the Illuminati, we have, of course, where the hell? What was our boy?
Mordo.
A different version of Captain Marvel. It was just pretty much Captain Marvel, but a different human.
It was the
Yeah,
it was
isn't
the
it
other,
like?
it was the other pilot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was the other pilot.
The friend or whatever from Captain Marvel 1.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. And then who else, Nolan?
We've
Get
got
the worst member out of the way.
what was that? Black Shout?
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt. He's got a tuning fork on his head.
He does have a tuning fork on his head.
And he doesn't talk, and we're like, I see. Cool. And then we've got Captain America. No. It's not Captain America. It is the what's her name?
Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
What If? Or she's not the one from What If specifically, but a version of that character.
Mm-hmm. Captain British, really. And then Reed Richards.
Hell yeah, we got Reed. Did your theater clap for that?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, my theater clapped.
Yeah, a bunch of people behind me were like freaking out about it.
How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about
I thought that was awesome.
The costume, like, what's the thoughts on the whole? And the Professor X is on the Illuminati as well, but fucking whatever.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about like the costumes of the Illuminati and them as a whole?
Black Bolt is fucking silly.
See, I love the way he looks, and I wish
it makes a lot of sense.
He's supposed to look like that, but I liked Reed Richards' costume as well.
Yeah, Reed Richards looked a lot better. Looked the best out of all of them.
Yeah, I think they looked. I think all of them looked pretty good. And Professor X had his like animated show wheelchair.
That is giant wheelchair. That's way too
and it played the animated theme.
It did.
Guys, like when he rolled up, it was the animated theme song for a couple seconds, which made me very happy.
Yeah.
But Stewie, you were mentioning they pissed you off. Do you want to get into that?
Oh, you mean like
if that's what you were talking about.
The fucking the costume design, right?
No, I meant like a couple seconds ago they weren't listening to Strange. I was saying you should.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they don't listen to him at all. Like he tells them about like what Wanda's doing and all that, and they don't trust him. And the reason is the Strange in their universe, he messed around with the fucking
Darkhold.
Yeah, Darkhold, which corrupts you the more you use it, obviously, because evil book
called the Darkhold, and it looks evil. So
yeah, in the Strange. They killed him. He didn't actually kill Thanos. They killed him after they all fought Thanos collectively. And
then Black Bolt erases him off the planet.
Yeah, Black Bolt just fucking like deletes him.
Which is
kind of fucked up. Kind of fucked up that they do like that.
You just like arrest him, but no, they'll just kill him anyways.
Yeah, he even looked that bad, honestly. Like compared to what we see later too.
But then you're right, they do. Because I think there's a line where Reed Richards is like, "We can handle that witch of yours," and it's just like, "No, listen to seriously, you cannot."
Spoiler alert: they don't.
Yeah, you want to get into that part, Nolan?
Holy shit! A crazy fight scene. If you want to call it a fight scene, you can.
No, it's a slaughter, down, bro. It is another cold ass line from Wanda where Reed is like. Wanda, I know what you're going through. I'm a father, and he's like, I have a family back home, and Wanda's like, yeah, is the mother still alive? And you can see Reed's kind of surprised. He's like, I mean, yeah, and then she's like, good. That way they'll still have one parent to raise them, and then she fucking eviscerates him.
Yeah, she doesn't do it like in the Marvel way where she like dusts him. No, she like pulls him apart like ribbons.
Yeah, by atoms, and then Black Bolt. Right before that, Reed is like, Wanda, if you don't stop, Black Bolt's gonna scream at you, and she goes, with what mouth? And then his mouth closes, and as he goes to speak, his head caves in.
It is fucking brain jiggles. It's like,
which is like, oh.
And they show it too. They don't like cut it off and like squelch it like.
Yeah,
off
it's
screen.
not like off screen. Same with the Reed Richards one. Like you see it, and he's like screams in agony. Like it doesn't look fun.
It is fucked up. It is fucked up.
I didn't really like the next part personally. With the Captain Carter, I didn't mind it, but because like she ends up dying. Well, yeah, because she's I could do this all day, and then Wanda fucking cuts her in half with her own shield.
It's definitely weird how Captain Carter manages to hold out longer, considering she's just like a buffed up.
I guess it's just because she dropped like the smoke bomb, and then like
she was aggressive. Like
she's aggressive. She's like hitting Wanda. Yeah, well, I didn't like the Captain Marvel part. Was the thing I didn't like because she just got crushed.
Yeah,
her death was pretty lame in comparison.
Like we saw the real Captain Marvel fly through an entire capital ship of Thanos's and destroy it, and like I'm okay with them killing Captain Marvel because I think Wanda's stronger, but like
it's weird that statue is like really
30 gajillion tons or something.
Yeah, like a really dense material for some reason. Got like special Illuminati stone they made that statue out of.
I guess.
What was that statue of, by the way? Was that one of them? I couldn't tell who it was.
I couldn't tell either. It was too dark and they cut away too quick.
Yeah.
It did look like something important.
It did look like somebody. I was trying to figure out who it was, but I actually liked Professor X in this movie. He lasts the longest.
Yeah.
And he has a really, I don't know if you guys noticed this, because I don't think you guys haven't watched the X-Men movies, but he has because him and Mordo are left in like the Illuminati judging room, and Mordo's like, let's just kill Strange, and Professor X has a cool line that he says in Days of Future Past, like the X-Men movie, where he's like, just because someone stumbles and falls doesn't mean they can't get back up, and I really liked that they used the line from the X-Men movie. I think that's cool.
It's very clever.
And then he dies.
Yeah. Granted, he dies a little less violently than the others. Still in like excruciating.
I don't know. That one was like a horror movie moment because he's like, well, he goes into Wanda's mind and he's gonna save that Earth versions of Wanda, and then the other Wanda like pops out of the smoke and snaps his neck real fast and makes like a witch screech.
Yeah. It was like definitely like startling, but like
I mean, it's not scary. I don't know. People in my theater jumped a lot. I don't know about you guys, but
I didn't even flinch.
No, I didn't either.
Time I jumped was when they were in the tower and like she shined the light and the demon was there. I was like,
yeah,
oh fuck.
Yeah. That was a big
jump scare.
White woman jump scare.
What happens after that though, Nolan? After Professor X gets murdered.
Oh god, what does happen? Oh, yeah, that's right. Big Mordo v Strange fight.
I like that.
Pretty much an all hand-to-hand combat, which is a cool thing to see from Doctor Strange. Because
pretty good at it, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, he's like sorcerer monk man. They get trained, I guess.
Yeah,
but so he ends up getting the handcuffs broken from like Smart
baiting him into hitting the handcuffs. Yeah.
And he ends up putting the handcuffs on Mordo, so Mordo can't use sorcery. And then they have a beatdown, and he outsmarts him and pretty much leaves him trapped in like a little ditch, kind of.
Yeah,
like
it's kind of weird, but
it was like, okay.
I guess that's where they deposit the heads after they cut them off of them. Prisoners, I suppose. I don't know.
But
weird Illuminati shit.
Yeah. So
They're
he
weird.
runs out. Mordo's like, "Fuck you!" And
Well, no, Nolan. Come on now. He's because Doctor Strange he tells Mordo before, he's like, "Yeah, my version of you hated me," and then as Doctor Strange is running, Mordo's like, "I'm starting to see why my other version hates you."
I
I like that line.
forgot about that.
Funny. There's some good fun. I don't know. There's some good comedy in this movie. I feel like a
It
lot
was
of
funny.
MCU jokes are kind of lame,
Yeah, they fall flat usually.
such
This one.
as "Go Scooby Doo this shit."
You have to
Yeah.
bring that up.
Forget about that one.
You have to bring that one up.
Yep. So we get to a next section where Wanda enters the building. Well, she has been entered the building.
Dude, the way she killed those Ultron
Yeah.
bots, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like covered in
cool.
oil before she even gets the Illuminati people.
Yeah, it looks
From like all
really
the
cool.
Ultron bots she's killed.
Yeah. So she's just ripping apart these Ultron bots and quickly advancing towards America and Christine. And Christine ends up breaking or trying to break out America because she just can't get the thing open. Lo and behold, the equipment stopped working.
Of course.
Yeah, classic. And she's trying to beat open the, massive containment unit with a fire extinguisher. I was like, dude, you're stupid. And then America ends up punching the glass and it was like, aha,
It
star
kind of
power.
shatters into a
Chaboom.
star.
I like how everything turns into a star.
Yeah, I
it
really like the way her magic looks.
Yeah,
cool looking.
it's pretty cool. So
It looks a lot better than fucking Doctor Strange's magic most of the time.
Yeah, it was cool. So they break out and they start running. They're like, "Ah, we're running," and that's when Professor X comes to save them, right?
But yeah, he comes and saves them, and then he dies, and then they have
Yeah.
like a T2 running from the fucking Terminator moment with Wanda, where they're
Yeah.
like closing the doors. I can't think of
They're
them.
not
Like,
there yet.
Blast
well,
doors,
what
yeah.
happens in
You get
between that?
jump
Sorry.
scare. You get okay. So they're walking, and then
Oh,
they're walking in a hallway, and then you see this shadow and like this really, really loud running, and you're like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!"
that's
And then
right.
it's Doctor Strange, and he's like,
Forgot
"Oh,
about that.
hello." No
I
time to
liked that.
explain. Take these things off. So
And
they
then
get
we
their
get
shit off. Yeah.
yeah.
Take it away, Xander.
I was gonna say then we get the T2 moment, which I actually liked. 'Cause Wanda they're putting down like big nuclear reactor doors, that are supposed to protect you from the blast, and then Wanda's just like waving her hand, and then they crumble. I don't know. I know we've seen her do powerful shit, but I like stuff like that. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, those big blast doors. So
Yeah.
they run and run through this thing, um, and then they make it to this one room where the water they're like it's dripping, and she hasn't gone through the door, and they like, where is she? And it's really like tense.
Yeah,
The water's dripping. It's very dripping. And then you get jump scared by her screaming or like weird horror movie noises.
yeah,
And then Strange breaks down you know, the ceiling and there's water. And then they make it to the room because they're trying to get to the book. Oh, we haven't even talked about the book.
yeah. We haven't really talked about the book. The Book of
Yeah.
Ashanti, which is like the counter spell, basically to the Darkhold.
The second MacGuffin, if you will.
Yeah, not that it matters, because what happens when they find the book, Nolan?
So they find the book, and then Wanda comes in and blasts the book.
Yeah,
Book of Ashanti went bye
gone.
bye, dead.
I think these magical books would be like more
They
well
are
protected.
way too weak, man.
They'd have like
I
some like special like paper, maybe like a better
this
book cover.
some like eternal book been around since Earth has been around book, and like the one person stabs it, and then Wanda just like waves her hand, and then they break into nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Whatever. You think there'd be like a magic shield on it or something?
Yeah, you're right. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
So that happens, and then what?
Wanda grabs America, and then she opens a portal that Christine and Strange get dragged into.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go to a world that went through an incursion, which we haven't brought up, but the Illuminati bring up that if you travel multiverses and then make too much of a footprint in a multiverse, or a universe that isn't yours, your two Earths will appear in the same place and then smash into each other, and they'll either both be destroyed or one of them will be destroyed. And then they make it to a world that has survived an incursion, and it's all fucked up.
Survived, quote unquote.
I don't think anybody's alive except the Strange, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they arrive in like fucked up New York, and then they go look for another Doctor Strange, and they eventually find his fucking I forget what it's called, his house.
Oh, the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah, Sanctum Sanctorum.
That was a cool shot, by the way. I don't know if it's just me, but I really like when it's like all white and the universe is like sucking the building up, and then it's like Strange looking up the stairs, and in the window you see the other Strange.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like this whole section. It's really
This
nice.
was my favorite part of the movie. And I want to talk about this because they have maybe the most unique superhero fight I have ever seen in my life.
It's so good.
They battle with music notes. And the music actually lines up with it. And they're like they're throwing piano notes at each other, and then our Doctor Strange beats the other one by like throwing a tiny little harp note at him that he like hid.
Yeah, he like throws it in the middle because they were building it up like a music. They were building it up to like the crescendo, and he throws the harp string in there, and it explodes in a burst of energy.
Fuck the whole music up. It was so cool. Does he kill that version of him with that?
Didn't he blast him out? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the blasts him out the cool window, and he falls on a fucking fence and gets impaled.
Yeah, right in front of Christine, which is kind of fucked up.
Horrifying. And then Strange is like, I'm gonna use this Darkhold to dreamwalk into the dead body of me in the main universe to stop Wanda.
Yeah,
like that because I love this as well.
So we get a funny little scene where he like resurrects himself while possessing the body, and he has to fight off like the forces of hell because they're like,
the souls of the damned is what he calls them.
Yeah, they're kind of miffed about the whole repossession of a dead body thing.
Yeah, they're really pissed about.
Can't imagine why.
They are not happy about that.
It's illegal.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of Christine fighting?
That shit was interesting because
a very corny line. Go back to hell, and then she like blasts him away.
It was very convenient, and
that
how
she just found the magic item. Yeah.
And how she knew exactly what it was.
Listen, man, she had a fun one-liner. All right, we're not supposed to question it after that.
Okay.
And Strange takes controls of the souls of the damned, and I really liked that. He makes a new cloak out of dead people.
And
then that's it, right? They just fight Wanda.
He fights Wanda.
Or the big guys that the bodyguards she has.
Oh yeah, and fucking Wong comes back. He got flung off the cliff, but he comes back.
Yeah, Wanda got like rid of him after they need him.
He scorpioned the fucking demon.
That was dope.
That was so cool.
I love Wong, man. Wong is so cool for no reason.
Right? He's so goofy. I like him. And then he kills all the demons, and then has a little fight with Wanda. Kind of.
Yeah, well, he has that fight with Wanda, but then he realizes that he's gotta hand the knife over to somebody else. So he tells America to fight Wanda, and then America punches the shit out of her. And then that's it,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not it. Wanda scares the fuck out of her 12-year-old children.
I
because,
really liked that scene.
dude, that was a powerful scene where she's scared of kids and she's freaking out. Which, by the way, lady, look at yourself. Your fingers are black and you're wearing a fucked up, evil looking outfit. I'm sorry, what you think was gonna happen? But then other Wanda consoles our Wanda, which I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
What happens at the end of the movie, Nolan? How's that end?
She says nobody's ever gonna be able to use the Darkhold again, and then she destroys the thing with herself, and she destroys every Darkhold in every single universe somehow.
Yeah, well, because I mean, why not?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, she's the most. She can change reality at a whim, so I don't see why not. But it seems a tad convenient. Do you even think she's dead? Because I don't.
Doubtful.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, no way.
And then the movie ends with Strange kind of asking himself, "Am I happy?" So he's gonna go on a little walk in New York, and then he gets mind blasted because he used the Darkhold, and a third eye grows on him, and then it cuts to credits.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
America also joins Strange's wizard group. I guess that's the other thing.
Yeah, she becomes a wizard,
which is fun. And then the end credit scenes. What'd you guys think of that?
Didn't understand them. Well, the important one, anyway.
Well, my dad kind of explained the important one. Who he thinks that is?
Who does he think it is?
Black Swan? Maybe.
Nah.
It's
so it's Clea, which is, I don't know a lot about her, but what I do know is that she's the queen of the dark dimension, and she ends up in the comics marrying Strange. Her and Strange are together. Basically, for the viewers, Clea shows up and she's like, "All right, Doctor Strange, you caused an incursion. Are you ready to fix it?" And then she slashes a hole in the universe, and then Strange's third eye pops up, and he's like, "Hell yeah!" And then they jump into the hole, and then it says, "Doctor Strange will return." And then the post credit scene is Bruce Campbell punching the shit out of himself. The spell ends, and then he looks at the camera and goes, "It's over!" And then it ends.
Yep.
Favorite credit scene ever. That I loved that so much.
That was so good.
But overall, thoughts on the movie, guys. So now that we've spoiled it, what's your least favorite stuff? Your favorite, most favorite stuff.
My favorite stuff was the action. I really liked all the action in the movie. That was pretty good.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. I agree as well. I did like America's character. She wasn't overbearingly annoying, and she actually had a character. It wasn't just goofy Marvel character number 624.
Yeah, they did the kid character good for the first time, first time.
Yeah, I agree. Do you guys want the Illuminati to show back up, but in our universe?
Yes.
So, okay, yeah. I want more Mr. Fantastic, please. And I hope it's the same guy as well, because I like that actor.
That looked really good for Reed Richards, I think.
Yeah, and I want more Black Bolt as well. I like Black Bolt as in the comics, and I feel like it would be fun to see more of him, because he's got nothing. So
I mean, if he loses his mouth, he's fucked. So
well, normally that can't happen. Normally when he fights people, they can't just erase his mouth. So
it's insta death if they do, though. So
I mean, so long as he doesn't talk with his mouth closed,
make a noise with his mouth.
He's trained, all right. He knows how to never make noises, because the second he makes a single noise in the comics, he levels a city.
He's a little overpowered.
He's very overpowered, which is why they don't ever use him. I can tell you my least favorite thing, though, about this movie. My least favorite thing about this movie is people on Twitter, which I know is not actually about the movie, but it's people on Twitter. I've seen this a lot. It's one like Wanda stans who are mad that she dies at the end of the movie, and it's really annoying. But the thing that annoys me the most is there's this like dedicated group of huge Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fans on Twitter, and they now think because this is a whole thing, but there's this Twitter account named Moth Culture, and he does like leaks and rumors, right? And for months, he has been saying that in this movie, the 2003 Hulk is going to show up, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider was going to show up, the old Fantastic Four movies were going to show up, and Tobey Maguire was going to be in it. And he said that Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and Wanda were going to fight each other in this movie. And he was clearly wrong because that didn't happen in this movie. And he has now taken to Twitter bitching and moaning about how they cut the Tobey Maguire fight from the movie, and that also Tobey Maguire Spider-Man could beat Wanda in a fight no matter what. And that to me, I don't know why it makes me so mad to be so ignorant, but it's like, dog, did we see what she did with the blink of an eye to the rest of the Illuminati? Like, Spider-Man ain't gonna stand a chance.
Jesus.
But actually talking about the movie, my least favorite thing was the CGI and how it was kind of inconsistent. But
yeah, it's
and how there wasn't enough Morbiuses actually. For a movie called Multiverse of Madness, I was expecting at least 10 Jared Letos. We only got 5. I'm very disappointed.
Womp womp.
Truly. What number would you guys give this movie to sort of end this episode off?
Soft 7.
7.5.
I'd give it an 8. We got 3 in a row. Look at that, 7.5, and 8. I wouldn't say it's better than an 8. I would not be able to take myself there, but this is a good one.
Definitely better than most of the Marvel movies, and by most I mean Eternals.
Eternals was not that bad, though.
Eternals wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good.
This one did feel like a movie, though. I love the Marvel movies, even the bad ones, or even like the not great ones. But like a lot, okay, like I don't hate Ant-Man 2 like a lot of people do, but Ant-Man 2 kind of feels like a factory-made ice cream cone, right?
Definitely was made in the factory.
Right, and then you watch this, and this movie is dripping with like the Sam Raimi style. Like, there's cuts in this movie where you're just like, "That's a Sam Raimi cut right there." Like, you know, it's like that's that. And I don't know. This movie was directed very well, and it kind of makes it stand out from the rest of the MCU because of it, and I really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember how we did the outro? Because I don't remember.
I think we just said our goodbyes and just like.
Yeah, well, I guess goodbye. Get ready for the Spider-Man recap and us talking about Halo.
Yeah, us melting down about Halo.
Oh
Jesus
God!
Christ!
Spoiler alert: we don't like it. But
and if you do, we don't like you.
We hate you. Yeah.
I would say throw up that one image of Mike Slotzka. With the how does it feel to see all of your favorite franchises burned down in flames?
Hey, God, Halo. But goodbye, viewers.
Yeah, goodbye. Have a good day. Don't watch the Halo show.
Okay, yeah, we can leave it at that.